political discussion. Okay, there can be nothing more insulting and humiliating whatever is going on with India. India right now it is going on with a hot deal with United States. American president he has talked many times that trade deal with India is on finalization. More or less it is final only. And any time we will disclose the trade deal with India. I don't know when he will disclose. Rather than Donald Trump is found disclosing that he is the person who we will talk about it. What we can say. Whatever is going on, I don't think there can be more insulting than whatever scenario right now that is surfacing for India. Anyway, now there is a country called Japan, and in hurry furry, in the first list only, the tariff rate, the custom tariff rate with the Japan, United States had released 25% cash custom tariff would be deducted to the Japan. Anyway, Japan Prime Minister Mr. Shigeru, Mr. Shigeru, I believe this is name of Honorable Prime Minister of Japan, Ishiba Shigeru. Ishiba Shigeru. So Mr. Shigeru, anyway, Donald Trump is showing his face since he has taken the oath of America. We will put this tariff, that tariff, this tariff, that tariff. Among these kind of speculation, means people were understanding that tariff will go high. In that fashion, Japanese Prime Minister Mr. Ishiba Shigeru, he has already talked to the Chinese president over there. And China wants to do trade with the Japan wants to do trade with the China. He had expressed his willingness with the Chinese president. Anyway, in the first list that came around 6th of the July, first list of the tariff that came on the 6th of the July. In that tariff list, I believe Myanmar and Laos, these countries were there. Japan was also there. 25% tariff on the Japan, and it was understood that it is beyond the what Japanese company would kind of they can tolerate or they can adjust up to 25%. Japan did not show any reaction. Japan did not show any reaction. Now America made it very clear to the Japan, if Japan does retaliatory taxes on America, then to whatever percentage it does the retaliatory taxes, that will go on top of it. Japan kept quiet. Now it came to a situation when America is running behind Japan. You did not come for the trade deal. You should have come for the trade deal. United Kingdom came for the trade deal. Vietnam came for the trade deal. And then Indonesia came for the trade deal. China had come earlier for the trade deal. And we did trade deal with them. Why you did not come? Now, Ishiba Shigori, rather than now he is inviting Ishiba Shigori, Prime Minister of Japan, to visit America so that they will have bilateral discussion on the trade, and then America would release the trade deal with Japan. America is dying to have a trade deal with Japan. The country that is India is dying to have trade deal with America. Then for past 3 months, Indian Prime Minister to Foreign Minister to Industry Minister to the industry ministry official all are running to America on daily basis, but nothing has come out. But Japan is no, it does not show, it is not showing any interest to America now. The American president explicitly he is inviting Japanese prime minister, and Japanese prime minister is not free. This is what he is saying. I am not free. Why I am not free? Because upper chamber of the Japanese parliament, the kind of liberal democratic party through which the he is prime minister, that party had lost majority, single party majority it has lost. So he is busy out there. This is what the excuse Ishiba Shigori he is giving to American president. But American president is so much he dying to have trade deal with Japan. Japan, the one, the kind of person who is a kind of PhD, means he is a kind of a very key maker, very key player in the making the trade negotiation. Mr. Rosai Arakawa, I believe this is what his name is, Mr. Rosai Arakawa. That person finally he went to America, and in one day, Mr. Rosai Arjava, he went to America for the trade deal because of utmost request from the Donald Trump. Now he sat with the Scott Bessent also, Treasury Secretary, and then with Donald Trump, and then in one day trade deal is revealed. Now trade deal, Donald Trump only he came out and he announced the trade deal with Japan. And what is the trade deal is Japan would invest $550 billion. Japan would make $550 billion investment into the America. This is what the trade deal first one. First one, okay, it is completely monsoon season here. Anytime it would rain. Anyway, so Japan declared Donald Trump declared that Japan would invest $550 billion into into America. That is number one. Japan would make 0% tariff for the American companies products. So it is open market for the American companies to sell their product in Japan, and America would put 15%, 15% tariff on the Japanese product entering into the America. More or less, it is far better than China. That is 30%, 10%. With Indonesia it is 19%, 0%. With Japan it is 15%, 10%. So it is the lowest. Anyway, Shigoru, he had visited United States, I believe, in January, February time frame. At that time, he had announced $1 trillion investment into America into steel area. Now it has reduced to 550 billion. Means Japan is running away from America, and America is trying to catch Japan. Anyway, what is the trade between Japan and America? If we take down the statistics, then Japan export $100 billion product to America, and America export $80 billion product. 148, I'm sorry, 148 billion dollar product Japan export to America, and America export $80 billion. More or less around, I believe it will come to around $68 billion is the trade deficit. Now to compensate the trade deficit, 15% America is charging. Then $550 billion is the Japanese investment in America. That is way half of what Ishiba Shigeru he has promised when he has visited White House some 4 months, 5 months back. Anyway, Donald Trump is boasting that now 90% of the profit, whatever the Japan is investing into America, 90% of the profit will come to American government only, American people, American government. Anyway, trade deal with the Japan is sealed, and because of America, not because of Japan. See, Japanese prime minister, he is openly ignoring American president now, openly. And American president is running behind Japan now. Anyway, what about India? Indian prime minister is visiting UK now. Why he cannot visit United States? Because he is not being invited. He would be trying. Indian foreign minister he tried a lot to visit United States, but he was not invited. Okay, he was denied meeting Donald Trump. Okay, Indian industry minister he was allowed only one time, and he went then. And then only he had proposed 0% tariff if American product entering into India. Anyway, a little bit I'll talk about Japan again. There is no foreseeable in there is no force. America is not forcifying Japan. If there is a $68 billion trade deficit with Japan, then America has not forced Japan to to purchase this much dollar item the way it has forced Indonesia. Indonesia would purchase 15 billion dollar in the energy sector, and Indonesia would purchase 4.5 billion dollar in agriculture sector. American agricultural company, American rice company and auto company, they will sell their product in Japan, but there is no force that Japan will buy this much worth product from America. Anyway, now India and United States. So Indian Prime Minister visited once. Now he is not being invited. Indian Industry Minister he visited once. Piyush Goyal. Now he is not being invited. Foreign Minister is not being invited at all. At least two times Indian industry ministry official visited there. Recently, second time they visited there, but there is no development happened. Okay, yesterday Donald Trump was found saying 25th time in past 78 years, when 78 days, when ceasefire is done between India and Pakistan, within 78 days, 25 times Donald Trump has said that he was crucial factor, key factor into ceasefire between India and Pakistan. More or less because of Donald Trump only, ceasefire happened between India and Pakistan. Indian government has many times it has said that Donald Trump is no way it came between ceasefire between India and Pakistan. Now it is extremely humiliating to India now. Indian Parliament opposition they are asking for debate on this. Why American president is repeatedly saying that he was the key factor, because India has made always very clear that in Jammu and Kashmir, third party in any negotiation, any agreement, third party cannot be tolerated. Only an India and Pakistan would sit together. Then how come America came in between? Now they are asking, they want time from the government to make a kind of some statement on this, and government is running away. Government is saying that we will hold a discussion on this, we will have a talk on this, we will have a bilateral discussion on this, we will have an open discussion on this in parliament. But when no one knows, means government is running away. This proves that government of India is lying, not that Donald Trump is lying. But Donald Trump is not talking about the trade deal now. Not to forcify Donald Trump to come to trade deal, India Prime Minister is in United Kingdom now. From there, he is forcing Donald Trump that he should invite someone, either foreign minister or the industry minister or himself prime minister. Okay, the way has invited Ishiba Shigeru, Japanese prime minister, he should invite Indian prime minister also. But here Donald Trump is running away. Now I would say this is extreme of insult. Extreme of insult. Okay, why Donald Trump is running away? Because of the India's associativity, India association with the Russia. The way India is throwing money on Russia, buying the kind of in doing the deal on the military section, doing the deal, buying the arms in the defense sector, and then buying the crude oil, $50 billion per year. That much India is buying crude oil right now from the Russia. More or less, America is very angry on India. First, you detach yourself from the Russia, and then only you attach to ourselves. Both sides will not work. Okay, to Japan, both sides will work. Okay, you attach with China or you do not attach with China, doesn't matter. But don't detach from us. This is what US is with Japan. Japan openly said that it is going to attach to the China. No problem. You can attach to China also, but don't get detached to us. But to India, you have to detach from the Russia. If India detach from the Russia, then who will give S-400? Not only S-400, along with the S-400, Russian engineers would be there in India, because they have to operate S-400. It is so miniature that they have to operate S-400. Okay, in that fashion, means India need S-400. Otherwise, Pakistan will destroy India with the Chinese missile. Pakistan had tons of Chinese missile. They get deadly missile from China. They repaint it, and then he read the history who all were dangerous to India. Those were more dangerous to Pakistan also, like Babar or kind of Nadir Shah and Abdali. Okay, these people were more dangerous to Pakistan than India. They first destroyed Pakistan only. Okay, this kind of Taimur. Okay, this, but they paint the Chinese missile, and on top of it, they go to the Indian history book, and then there they read which all were very dangerous to India, like Taimur, Babar, Abdali, or like this. Okay, Ghaznavi, Gauri, and they write that name over there. But anyway, since these are Chinese missiles, they are very dangerous. Only Russian can tackle it. So India cannot detach from Russia, not possible. Now, after Pahalgam case Operation Sidur, certainly it is not possible. Pakistan had fired 30 deadly missiles on India in one go. In one go, 30 deadly missiles it had fired. and S-400, it 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 kind of detected or it nullified all 30 of them, all. Okay, so it is extremely important to India get aligned to the Russia in defense sector. Now, Donald Trump is running away from India, and India is running towards Donald Trump. Let's make the trade deal. We are charging 0% tariff on you. Now you come to a trade deal, and Donald Trump is not announcing any trade-related announcement with India. Okay, it is up to here also. It is all right. If I am saying this is a matter of insult to India, that India is doing this much, and Donald Trump and Scott Bessent and Howard Lutnick, okay, all are running away from India, but India is running towards US. Now Indian Prime Minister is United Kingdom. It is a humiliation and insult to India. If India is earning from US in services sector, then people are in India are working towards it. It's not for free. Okay, then what is the something that America is showing eye on India, that we are giving you this much money and you are giving to Russia? Means Kaza Kallas, she is a kind of foreign ministry a spokesperson, I believe, or foreign minister of European Union. She is also saying whatever money we are giving to India, India is giving to Russia, and we are in trouble because of India only. Russia is receiving money from India and China and Brazil, and they are using this money to to kind of to attack on Ukraine, and then we have to pay money there also. We have to pay money to India, and then we have to pay money to the Ukraine. This will not work anyway. This is not the end of extreme insult on India. There is something more. Then sometime back, 2 3 days back, news started surfacing in Pakistani media that Donald Trump would visit Pakistan in first week of September. That news spread like a fire. I mean, Donald Trump is visiting Pakistan. Okay, then American ambassador in Pakistan in Islamabad, he made it very clear that he does not have any intimation, any information, any communique about it. Nothing. Okay, then Pakistani media, they apologize openly that we apologize for it, that when we give. But everyone understood that this news is correct. This news is not the fake news. The way Donald Trump is insulting India on daily basis, probably he is talking right. But still, whatever you are talking right, that is insult to Indian Prime Minister. You are talking right. Everyone understands it. But it is insult to Indian Prime Minister, Indian government. Why you are talking 25 times? Okay, then people did not have any surprise if Donald Trump would visit Pakistan to insult more into India, so that India will get away from Russia. Anyway, now news is surfacing. Miss White House spokesperson. Now there is a lady, madam. Now she had announced it that Pakistani Prime Minister is visiting White House now. White House has given green signal to Pakistani Prime Minister Mr. Shahbaz Sharif. Shahbaz Sharif now, till some time back, Pakistani Army Chief Asim Munir and Pakistani ISI Chief Asim Malik, they had lunch with Donald Trump. Now Shahbaz Sharif is going there and he will have lunch with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not inviting anyone from India when they are dying to have trade deal, but he is inviting. Sometime news is coming that Donald Trump would visit Pakistan. If it is overruled, if it is cancelled by the United States government, then now it is officially announced from the White House that Shahbaz Sharif in near time only he is going to visit White House, and there will be a trade deal with Shahbaz Sharif, because Donald Trump has promised trade with lot of trade with India and Pakistan, and then it is now Pakistan turn because they agreed for the ceasefire. Lot of people would have died because of the attack on the if Pakistan and India being an atomic power, if they had quarreled. Okay, lot of people are dying in Gaza Strip because of a starvation. Whatever the videos, whatever the sceneries are coming of the children, I am sure that no one would tolerate. Means this is extreme of extreme. Children are going to hospital getting admitted not because of any disease, because of malnutrition. 14-year-old children, their weight are less than 10 kilograms. Can anyone imagine? 14-year-old children, they are getting admitted in Gaza City Hospital. Their weight is less than 10 kilograms. There are many like that. This is the condition of children in Gaza Strip, and it is only because of Donald Trump. he can be this much inhuman, but his humanity comes to apex when if there was one death also because of war between India and Pakistan. These are the fake thing that he is talking. He had promised lot of trade with India. Where is lot of trade with India? Zero. Now he will do lot of trade with Pakistan. Pakistani Prime Minister. Pakistan is part of India only. Indians have lost their self dignity now. This is the problem. If America invite Indian Prime Minister, he runs there. If America invites Pakistani Prime Minister, he is also that is also India only. Then he runs there. If he invites Pakistani army chief, they all were Indian army only. Prior to 1947, that was also Indian army only. Indian army became Pakistan army, and then Burma army and Sri Lanka army, Bangladesh army. All were Indian army only. Then Pakistani army chief runs there. Whatever Americans say, India runs there. They have lost their self dignity. Just think about how much humiliation is going on to Indian Prime Minister. Indian Prime Minister is United Kingdom, and Pakistani Prime Minister is running to America because he is being invited. This is the story that is coming out. What we can do? We can just wait and watch. And actually, we are watching to what an extent the humiliation. This is something called climax of the movie. If people watch movie that is Indian cinema or American cinema or Japanese cinema or Brazilian cinema or English cinema, these are famous cinema in the world. If people watch this, then there will be a separate set that director make for climax. If anyone watch any movie, then for climax that will go for 15-20 minutes, I believe. Climax scene will be high energy scene. It climax scene will be climax scene will be completely different from the rest of the movie. This will be high energy scene. These are climax scene. Now India and America, the movie it has reached to climax now. This is called climax. Now everyone is watching the climax. What will happen in the climax? Now, 1st of the August, the reciprocal tariff on all the country will come into the effect. No one knows what is the tariff on India. Donald Trump has said that around 30% to 50% blanket tariff he will put rest of the country for whom he have not declared the tariff. India will come in the blanket and 30% tariff on the India. This is more than insult. Anyway, we are watching the movie and we are waiting. This is climax time. So we are watching probably either we are watching the climax or climax is extremely near that is set to come and we are busy now watching the movie.